Alright, yes, YouTube, back again. I have another video I had to do. This is actually about the George Zimmerman case. That case, I mean, could have went better. George's, how can I say, George's reaction should have been better. Just going over and listening to the case, I was thinking, hey, yeah, he did it in self-defense. I was watching it here and there, catching what I can. I only can do so much with 4 kids, but what caught my eye about this case, and it might have been said, but I didn't hear it throughout what I've been watching. All I've heard was that he took out a gun and shot the kid. And that raises the question. Now, I've been, I keep up on the news as much as I can, like I said. And I remember a few years back, or whatever 5 years, however long back it was, that law enforcement are required to not shoot to kill, but they got the sandbag guns, they got the tasers now. And what gets me on this case is security guard. Here we have a simple, plain, ordinary security guard. And what gets me and mind boggles me is, why didn't he have a taser or a sandbag gun? Just a regular, yes, don't get me wrong, any law enforcement person should have a gun, right? But they also should have the other 2 items, which is less lethal, common sense. I mean, I was kind of amazed and like, wow, that's neat, right? When they came out with, yeah, we got sandbag guns now, less lethal, tasers, put them in a state of shock. But then again, you got to think, yeah, I don't want to taser him. It could give him a heart attack with all that voltage, so less lethal, sandbag. So what? You get hit with a sandbag like getting hit with a tennis ball, whipped at you as hard, full speed, 90 a mile an hour, whip, whoo, right, sandbag. So you got a young kid, and I mean, like I said, I only watch bits and pieces. But why I don't cheer or say, hoo-hoo, he won the case in self-defense is because, right, there was less lethal things he could have used. And he didn't. He just pulled out the gun and shot. That right there is, right, controversy. If cops use it, why don't, the first thing out of anything, a security guard should be using less lethal weapons, man. That's it. End of story. Because they're security guards. Yeah, they're not, I don't know how the academy works. I don't know if they're fully trained as a police officer. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I agree. Less lethal is better. And why they didn't do that is beyond me. Why didn't he have the taser gun? Why didn't he have the sandbag gun? Save a life. You save a life with less lethal weapons. We have them out there. Why didn't he have this? Why didn't that security guard organization or whatever it is have it? Or even recommend it? And like I said, I caught bits and pieces. Every newscast I heard on the story, they didn't say nothing about, well, he should have used less lethal weapons. He didn't use this. They said, I don't know, my wife was watching more on it, and she said she thought she heard they said it, but I didn't hear it. And at the end, right, you didn't hear it. Verdict, bang, not guilty. But it's honestly. And if that kid, right, he was, just with his fist, fighting with a man, whatever, defending himself. I don't know the whole story. He could have been a punk. He could have been mouthing him off. He could have got pissed off and, fuck you, punk, whatever, whatever. Could have been a gangbang or whatever, but less lethal. If he was unarmed, 100% less lethal weapon. Common sense. Common sense. The only time you should ever be able to pull out a 9mm pistol on the side of your authority badge is when another person is pulling a gun out on you. gonna stab you with a knife, or maybe even hit you with a baseball bat, because that can leave you brain dead, damaged, broken arms, broken bones. Common sense. But if you have, they're coming over you full fist swinging, less lethal. And I think that guy got away with murder just like basically everybody else gets away with murder. It's disgusting. Sick. I think they better start looking, just like the Connecticut shooting. That couldn't have been less lethal. There's times when you need to pull out the gun. There's times you don't. Shame on people that say kids are, watching too much video games, violent movies, bullshit. It's all bullshit. Right, guns don't kill people. People kill with guns. End of story. But this kid in this case didn't have it. There's a time when you gotta pull out the big guns. There's a time when you gotta pull out the less lethal guns. George Zimmerman, have fun with your life. Because I'm sure someone one day, not to try and say be rude, but I'm sure someone's gonna come up and shoot you now. Because you did something that should have been less lethal. Whatever, what can you do? You gotta watch your back. It is kind of disgusting how you just walked off. If there's evidence that this kid didn't have nothing, hey man, you just should have used the right judgment. Should have thought more. Should have been carrying something else and saying, hey, I might as well bring this and this just in case you just get a little fender bender with a person. Not something, serious. Like gun right to your forehead. Knife right to your throat. Then you get ready. Could lose a little blood, you could get shot in the arm and the leg, but hey, if you shot back, killed him, and you're alive, there you go. That's when you use lethal force, not on fist. And I wish things were back in the olden days. Or it could be just some fantasy fucked up world, but to me, when you do it with the dukes, that's the way it should be done. Not, oh bang, you're dead. That makes you a pussy. Man, that makes you a straight up pussy. If you're gonna use weapons, you're a pussy. That's all I got to say. If you're an enforcement, you're fearing for your life, yes, less lethal. You shoot and bang right out, and the kid don't got no weapons on him. Or maybe you just threw the